So take note of the instructions in the top left hand corner. And then look at this chick. When Woody said that there was a snake in his boot, he meant her. Anytime trade route comes up, it's an easy layup. And it's plenty fun, because what's funner than shooting bandits with your friends? You get an easy 2,000 experience, you get a nice grip of cash, and you get money, you get materials to go to crypts to make more money. And this woman or person or guy in a female avatar or whatever decided that they wanted to make this shit just more difficult for everybody. Yeah, I saw him cross over and he didn't come out the other side, so I said, oh yeah, he's under the train. Now, of course, at this point, I didn't know who it was that caused that, as you saw from the zoom in. You know, that's details that you don't pay attention to when people are shooting at you. So I figured, I'm like, all right, I'll just hang out around here. Now you see, I had to hurry up and get out of that dark spot, because if you stay in there for too long, then you die. And when you die on trade route, you don't respawn at the next checkpoint like in Call to Arms. So I figured, okay, let's just hang out on my horse. Plus, it's easier for me to kill these guys anyway, because I don't have to wait for the train to get to them. I can just ride up and smoke them. So, but as you can see, I was too good at making the best out of a crappy situation, and she didn't enjoy that too much. So at this point, this is when I was starting to grasp what was going on. I thought she was trying to lasso the people for some reason, but no, she lassoed me. And you're gonna see what ends up happening. So luckily, I got out of that, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Of course, because it's no friendly fire, I can't shoot her. The only thing that works is lasso. So I figured I was trying to throw some dynamite, maybe like startle her horse or whatever, and you see I got glitched right there with the thing. So this bitch drags me into the out of bounds area, knowing that I can't recover in time to get back, and I died. So under normal circumstances, I have a competitive mindset where I say, you know what, hey, if somebody does me dirty, I just get them back or whatever the case. But no, this time I was actually feeling petty. I reported her ass. I ain't gonna lie. I actually, in my zeal, because I didn't know, I didn't pay attention to the name, I actually ended up reporting the wrong person. So, I do apologize at that point. But you're gonna see some other shit. You see, she's trying to really push dude. I thought this was actually her cam, but it was his. So she lassoed him and tried to push him off of the train while it was moving, and it's still trying to do so. So at this point, this is when I got the name. Of course, I reported the wrong name, but hopefully Rockstar does its due diligence and sees that this person didn't do anything wrong. It was that the Z chick. And at this point, this is when I realized that I made a mistake. But unfortunately, I can't go back and undo the I can't undo the report. I can only hope that they use common sense and actually do the research. And it's also why I'm doing this video, to prove who the actual culprit was. And it was her trying to disrupt people, trying to disrupt everything. All we trying to do is get on here, shoot some bad guys, and get an easy 18 goods or 18 materials to go to our Crips trading company. We just trying to make some money, and she's in the way of that. So yeah, that's unforgivable. Did I snitch? Hell yeah. And I will never quote Charleston White, but this is an instance where her doing this was not founded, and I keep the camera on her the rest of the time so that I can further document all of this fuck shit that's been going on. So yeah, and you see she's trying to inch him off the train or whatnot. Mind you, this is not a PvP event. This is not a competitive. I mean, it's competitive to see how many people you can shoot, but it's to hinder your opponents is not is not a a function of this activity. So yeah, I'm just documenting that she just pushed another dude off the train. Luckily, he was clear enough from it in order to do that. And as you can see, I think she was doing that to try to preserve her space or whatever. Somehow I was still ranked 4th. And look, she's trying to blow him up. Now, mind you, there's no friendly fire in this event. So she was trying to blow him up to stun him enough to point where as the train moves, he'll end up out of bounds. So yeah, the fact that she would even do that is fucked up. Now that dude is standing still, so I'm assuming he's probably taking time to report her ass too. So I've never wished for anything bad to happen to people, but I was really hoping that she would have bit the dust right there, because at least while I was dead, everybody else on this train could have enjoyed their experience. Now, luckily, I still get credited for I still got credited for the total number of goods that was delivered, even though I died just before the first checkpoint. Or just after the first checkpoint, due to this, I don't even know what to call her. So many bad words in the English language that could describe what she's doing. But yeah. Yes, my sentiments exactly. I forgot that that was an emote in the game. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what made her decide to wake up on whatever side of the bed that she got up on and say, you know, I'm just gonna ruin everybody's day. I'm gonna fuck up everybody's day and just hinder everybody's experience. Maybe she's lacking something in life. Who knows? I'm saving this whole shit. Now, luckily, I still ended up placing fourth. But I think that's because this bitch was playing spoiler. Now, for some additional content and some footage that I didn't capture, I did
God
run
damn.
into
See,
her
this
in
is
a
why black
PvP
people
event
can't have
shortly after this, and I lit her the fuck up.